Hot Boxing, presented by Car Crush with hosts M-Dog Nightmare and Boner's Battlefield. Stay tuned and don't go nowhere, you dingus.
You heard it from Greg. This is Hot Boxing, and I'm Boner Battlefield.
And I'm M-Dog Nightmare.
And once again, we are going to hammer this through your heads. We have a block party coming up. It's Saturday, August 17th from 3 to 8.
It's at 7700 Southeast Stark. And it's a car show, art show, cocktails from Trist, beer from Rainier, cars 89 and older, women, non-binary, femme owned.
Hot rods, hot babes, booze, buns, I don't know.
Listen, it's going to be fucking fun, so come.
So come on out.
All right, today we are sitting down with our whip-smart, witty, horse nerd friend, Lisa Marie.
And I want to know why they call you a horse. Why is Emily calling you a horse nerd? And a little bit about you, because I don't really know you that well, but you seem awesome so far.
Well, I'm in a band called Mare. And it's a stoner metal band for horse girls.
Oh my God, I need to hear this band.
Well, you can follow us on Instagram.
I will.
What's the Instagram?
It's _SUP_it's_mare. So like sup, it's mare.
Okay,
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll ask you again at the end too, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to follow that. That's
Wow,
amazing.
cool. A plug like right off the bat. Yeah, that's good.
What else about yourself? I mean, do you do anything crazy for a living that we should know about? Are you an undertaker?
Oh God, actually the opposite. I'm an accountant.
Oh, hey.
I do AR accounting at a marketing company.
Okay, no, that's awesome. Hey, I would be.
Tidy.
I am not an accountant at all. I'm like someone who needs to account for me.
So our next question then is, what got you into classic cars?
Oh gosh. Well, my dad had this friend when I was a little girl who had a 1939 Buick 88, and he used to rent it out for movies.
Oh my gosh.
You know, in Southern California, like a lot of people who have classic cars down there, you know, and it was like in Dick Tracy or whatever that movie.
Was it Dick Tracy?
Yeah, that movie with Madonna.
Yeah,
And,
that's awesome.
And so I was like, oh, I want a car like this. I remember like being in the back seat of that car, and I was like 8 or 9 years old. I could stand up and walk 2 steps from the back seat to the front seat. It was just so big inside. And so then I used to take my like allowance and go to the 7-Eleven and buy Auto Trader magazines.
Oh my God,
and
that's adorable.
Circus magazine, which was like a hair metal magazine.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I remember. Yeah.
That is so good.
Yeah, every month I would go and get a couple of, well, I guess Auto Trader came out every week. Yeah, and then I wanted another Buick 88 or something, or a Bel Air, like a 1950s Bel Air. And I had a crush on, remember that band Nelson?
Oh, yeah.
They were like twins.
Yeah,
with like
the blonde hair.
They're Ricky I think it was Ricky Nelson's son.
Yeah, and they were Ricky Nelson's sons, and they also I read
Google
in
Nelson
some-
right now.
Yeah,
In the 80s. I don't know what's happening now.
But like later when I like was questioning my sexuality, I was like, oh, well, like I used to like Nelson. They're kind of like ladies. That was kind of a genderqueer situation.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
well, they had a classic car. One of them or both of them had some sort of classic. I don't remember what they had. And I used to have this like 13-year-old girl fantasy that I'd be in like the driveway, like working on, and they would just like drive by.
Oh my God.
And I would be like, oh, hi, Nelson. Like Matthew, the one with the bangs, was the one I really liked. And I was like, they would think I was so cool.
Oh my gosh, if Nelson is listening, can you please just make this happen like years later? It probably
newsflash, she is really cool.
It will be. No, if I'm saying
Yeah,
Nelson's
I know.
listening, that would be so awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not.
Listen.
But I'm sure they do not look like that anymore.
Why wouldn't they want to listen to our podcast? It's awesome.
Yeah, I would just like to remember what car they had too.
Right.
But yeah, and then I mean, what else? Well, then I wanted to take auto shop, but it was like the early 90s, and it was not a friendly place for. I mean, I don't think it is still, but it was sort of like my dad was very permissive, but that was like one of the few things that he was like, I don't want you taking auto shop.
Oh, that's such a bummer.
Yeah, and he's like a mechanic in his spare time and a very machiney guy, and he still is like weird about explaining how to work on cars. Like he'll explain.
That is bizarre.
all other things, but the more interesting, complicated story behind that is he was a single dad, and he was really worried that I wasn't turning out girly enough. And
which is kind of sweet and endearing. I don't think he had bad intentions at all.
No.
And
He's
it was a different time for them, you know. Like women back then didn't work on cars. They didn't do any of that stuff. They for sure didn't have tattoos.
Women did work on cars, but they weren't really portrayed ever working on cars, and it was few and far between.
Or if you did, it was just like it was just something that he felt like would have reflected badly on him and his very complicated, right? Yeah. You know, and that was fine. Like I had other things. I mean, and also there was I think one girl in the auto shop class who got horribly harassed and ended up dropping out of it, and I was like, I guess I'm just
man, that's such a bummer.
So that was just like a dream that always hung out on the back burner for me pretty much for years. Like I didn't have a car for 13 years. Like I had a Honda Civic and sold that a long time ago because I wasn't driving, and just biked everywhere and bussed everywhere, and
the infamous loser cruiser. The stories on the loser cruiser.
And then I always liked looking at what was for sale on Craigslist. Oh, yeah. You know?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
And daydreaming.
And daydream about it. Well, I bet I can afford that.
Yeah,
Maybe.
exactly.
Probably not. But.
Exactly. Or like if I got that, what would I do to it? You know, where would I take it?
So, what is your current car now then?
Yeah, I feel like that's a good segue.
You owned her?
Oh, yeah. Well, just like lying in bed, there was what was I looking for? I really wanted one of those like nerdy Porsches. You know those like 80s Porsches that look like weird. Not like the
911s, but they're like 914s or something.
Yeah, and they have like the headlights are like recessed into the. I can't remember. I was like really into those for a while, and I can't remember what the model number was, but I was looking for one of those, and there were a couple I was stalking on Craigslist just to see like if they were still for sale. And then there was a 77 Camaro just showed up for like $2,000, and I obviously like classic muscle, like how can you not? And I had just gotten my period, so it was like super emotional, and just like called the number, and it was a sweet old guy, and he was like, well, I've got a bunch of people coming, you know, this afternoon to look at it. If you want to come see it, come now. And I like remembered I just like scribbled his address on a piece of paper and like dropped everything, like, and like ran out the door and went took like a lift to his house all the way in the hills in like Southwest.
Did you take the cash with you?
No. How did that go down? Well, and I got out and I saw it, and he, you know, and his asking price was like $2,000, and I was like, I'll give you $200 over your asking if you sell it to me right now, because I knew that there were a bunch of people, and I knew it was a good deal. Yeah. I mean, it was rusted out underneath. It needed a ton of stuff, but the engine was good, and like, and so I was like, I'll give you, you know, $2,000, and he was like, oh no, I can't take that. It's not worth that. He's like, I priced it at $2,000, hoping you would talk me down. Oh, wow. And I was like,
That's
well,
the most honest guy ever.
Yeah, super sweet. Yeah. And that's how he made sure I knew everything that was wrong with it. And I was like, well, what do you think's fair? I'll give you whatever will make you happy. Like, I just want this car. Like, it's a 77 Camaro. And so he was like $1,800. So he talked himself out of $400 and like $200 less than what he was asking.
That guy is amazing.
Yeah, really nice guy. And then I was like, do you want like a cashier's check or a regular check? And he was like, well, I'll take a regular check if it's, because it was like Sunday, like I couldn't get like a cashier's check. Okay. So I wrote him like a regular check, but I like brought up my bank account app on my phone, I just like showed him the balance. I was like, here, we'll clear, you know, I've got that much in there. And so his name was Bob. We like would write. He wrote me a couple letters afterwards. Like, well,
actual letters. Well, so like in the post office letter.
Yeah, like he. We had, you know, each other's phone numbers from calling about me coming and looking at it, and he had found like some pieces for the car, like that he wanted. And he was like, "I'll be in your neighborhood. I'll drop them off." And I was like, "That's cool. Go for it." So I gave him my address so he could drop off like it was like a piece for the air conditioner and some of the chrome that goes around the headlights, and And then I got like a letter from him with a spare keys that he had found, and it was like, please come out to the Radiator Show or Beaches Cruisin'. Like he goes and
God,
Yeah.
this guy is so amazing. I want to meet him. We have to go out there and try to find him.
He's well. I did. I run into him at a show.
Really?
Like you and I were together. Me and Emily when we were at the Radiator Show last year.
Oh, the Portland Transmission Show?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
And he came up and like he gave me like a hug, and he's like my
Yeah.
car grandpa, and
Yeah.
you know,
Which is so rad.
yeah, super sweet guy. And he, you know, he really wants to see the Camaro again. So, like I didn't have it with me at that show. I think it was actually broken down then.
Yeah.
And
I think it was.
yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly.
And so someday I hope I'll get it fixed up and he'll get to see it. Like he had already like 3 other project cars, and then they had like a daily driver, and his wife was just like, you can only have like 2.
And is everyone you buy a car from named Bob? The guy I
Yeah.
bought my Chevelle from was named Bob too. Remember that?
Is everyone that you buy, here's a question for our
Does
listeners.
everyone that
Is
owns
every-
a muscle car is their name Bob?
Is their name Bob? One of my dad's hobbies is ham radio, and he says that like all the guys on the ham radio are named Roy. He's like, there's like 3 Roys, you know, and
Yeah.
they're all. I was like, oh, you know, Bob's for cars, Roy's for
Yeah.
ham radio.
So does she have like a special name, and why did you name her that? Is it a her even?
Yeah, I think she's a she. I used to call her the Trooper. We've had her because you know that 350 small block is like a trooper of an engine. You know, it's just like a total workhorse. I think it's famous for some guy putting like 1 million miles on it without having to have it rebuilt.
That's what's in mind. is a
Yeah.
350.
And also it's such a good, easy engine to work on. Like there's no shortage of like resources on the internet. Like it's a really great.
It's very common.
Yeah, it's a really great.
Lots of aftermarket parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And lots of power. So a lot of reward for your effort. But I don't know. I don't really call it anything. I like to I just
She's
call
not the
it
Trooper anymore.
Yeah, the Camaro.
I think
like
the
all
Trooper's
that.
rad.
Yeah, the Trooper.
It's very Iron Maiden.
Yeah, it reminds me
Yeah,
just makes me think
I know.
Iron Maiden.
I am a pretty big Iron Maiden fan. It's true.
That's a perfect name.
Uh-oh, it's true. Why this car and how did it speak to you? You kind of talked a little bit, went into the story, but was there something in particular
that you were just like, oh yes.
Yeah, you know,
Did you get to drive it home that day?
yeah.
Okay, you gave the check to him.
I
you
just
showed him your
handed
bank
the check
account.
over. Yeah, I think as soon as I
Yeah.
came trundling up the road and I saw it, I was like, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
You know, I like 2nd generation muscle cars more than 1st generation. I
Yeah,
love
I do too.
70s
Yeah.
things. And I was born in 1977. Star Wars came out in
Yeah,
1970.
I was born in '76.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you know, 77. I'm gonna buy everything from 7. I don't know. Not
Yeah.
really.
70s are awesome.
Yeah.
I was 72.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I just but yeah, like I said, I was actually looking at these fucking weird little Porsches and
924s and 944s. I looked it up on the internet.
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
what do
924s.
those even run for? Are they, like-
944s. They were also pretty cheap, and you know the thing about those Porsches were like they were cheap, they were weird, they still had like I do also like an 80s computer nerd kind of thing, and like I kind of felt like it was like you
Knight
know
Rider?
the guy who wrote the script for Tron would drive a Porsche 924.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I can
Like,
see that.
That was my whole story for that. But I hadn't run across very many Camaros for sale or Transams or anything like that. And when I saw the Camaro on Craigslist, I mean, it was just such a classic car. Like, you're not ever going to get tired of that. Maybe like the Porsche 924, like my Tron nerd fantasy would get tired, but I knew that like my Camaro fantasy would.
The freeway would
It'd
stop
be
turning
forever.
into like day
Yeah.
glow squares as you're
Yeah.
driving on it for your Tron fantasy. The 70s can always be there because you can always feel 70s.
yeah. It's more of a long-term relationship.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you have any future plans for the Camaro? Like any modifications or any work that you have done or are gonna do on the Trooper?
You know, I've had it now for like a year and some change, maybe a year and a half, and I've basically just kept it running. It's actually broken down right now. But I hadn't had. It was funny. I sort of tempted fate. Like I kept people will ask me like, "How's the Camaro doing?" And I'll be like, "I haven't had to have it towed in like over a year."
Oh,
That's a
you hear that towing gun?
The kiss
Yeah.
of death.
I beat you. Yeah.
And of course, as soon as I say that, it like breaks down. And have a great shop, and I don't know. I find that if you're not gonna have a good sense of humor about that, or be
yeah.
You
like,
can't have an old car and not
just
laugh if your
can't.
car breaks down.
yeah. And luckily my life is like I walk to work, and it's really chill. So mostly over the past year and a half, I've just kind of kept it running, like had it, checked out, changed out the spark plugs, done all the like minor maintenance-y things myself. My long-term plan, I still need it has rusted out floor pans, which is pretty common for Camaros. They're super low to the ground.
Yeah.
So, that's like a rust thing that you should just expect. And, so I need to get new floor pans welded in. I hate welding myself. I don't think I'll do that.
But you know how to do it? Because that's impressive.
No, I don't know how to do it. But I've heard that
We know people that can.
I've heard that it's like an easy, like if you can weld, I did a
Yeah.
little bit of welding for sculpture class in
Right,
college,
yeah.
but I don't think it's the
did too,
same.
yeah.
I don't know. And Bob, he sent me some links or whatever to
I love Bob.
I know, right?
I want to meet Bob.
He was like, here's a weird like at home patch, like the rust isn't even that bad, and he was trying to show me how to. So that's like the number one thing that I really should get done, just to make the car a little bit safer. And it should be painted like it's a real dirt bag primer gray, splotchy primer gray, original like rusty red color. And but I just have no idea like what I would paint it if I wanted to paint it. And I do sort of like the dirt bag like not preciousness of it, because like you go to car shows and there's like a $30,000 metal flake paint job, and it's totally art and it's beautiful and I love looking at that, but I would hate to drive that.
It's so scary. Someone running in your car, like when my paint was perfect.
Yeah.
Before someone ran it up against the back end of my truck, it was really terrifying. I
was me.
didn't want. I didn't want any. I was scared to park it on the side of the road or anything because.
Yeah.
I was scared
See,
to
and
pull
I freed you
scratches.
from that.
You did very
mean-
well. Real freeing moment that was. I look at it every day and think, God, I'm free from that perfect paint job. But
yeah,
no.
like I don't want that burden of being the person to do that, and I don't want somebody else, and so this like shitty edge, because it's a car I just want to drive. I love driving it. I love the feel of driving it. Like I said, I don't have a daily driver. I don't need one because I walk to work, and like this car is for the act of driving itself, and I don't want to do anything to it that will make it too precious.
Right.
That will detract from the enjoyment of like being on the road
you
with
just wanna
it,
have
or
fun in it.
yeah, like having friends. Like with this really shitty primer gray splotchy paint job, like I have no problems with like friends hopping on the hood for pictures. Like if it was like freshly like even like some shitty Mako job, I'd probably
Oh,
would
no,
be
yeah.
like,
I get on the
even
hood and
Mako-
roll. Yeah.
Mako jobs are kind of expensive. I would not let anyone get on the hood of my car.
yeah,
I'll be honest.
yeah, and I just also can't decide what color to paint it.
Yeah, I mean it's
Like,
a big
It's a
decision,
choice.
and it's
Decision,
expensive.
yeah.
It's
So,
so
if you
expensive.
You got to make sure it's the right color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would like to do the interior. I'm probably going to keep it this oxblood. It came with, the oxblood vinyl, and I like that a lot. But I kind of was like, what if, because I was like, what if this was like a mermaid's Camaro? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
I like where these thoughts are going.
I thought about making like, the valve caps for where you put the air in your tire.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm like losing all my technical words
That's
at the
okay.
end of the day. I like was thinking about making some custom ones that were like little seashells or whatever.
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
Yeah, I think it would be easy to do that if you, made something out of Fimo and just baked it and then covered
absolutely.
it in epoxy.
Yeah,
So then
yeah.
you could have like seashells or skulls or whatever.
Unless someone
Yeah, yeah.
steals them. I think someone stole my tire things off my car. They were
yeah,
just,
yeah.
They were just skulls. They
Yeah.
weren't even cool. I'm like, okay, whatever, people.
Or like I thought
Steal
about doing some, making some molds to pour cast resin and pour some like glitter cup holders
Yeah.
or something.
Oh my
like that.
God.
Glitter cup holders?
Right, I think
I
that
need
would be-
glitter cup
You know
holders
how
for
many
my
classic
car.
car people need glitter cup holders?
Right.
I think
Or
every
or
classic
just,
car.
like cup
yeah.
holders. There's like
Well, yeah, because there's no
no
cup holders in those older
The
cars.
first-
And there's not really like you
can
would
smoke
almost have to
cigarettes, but you can't
modify
drink
it so
anything.
it could fit, you know, like
Yeah.
but that would be, yeah, that's a good idea.
The first thing I did when I got the Camaro was take it to Napa Auto Parts and buy cup holders for my Diet Coke because I'm
Yeah.
a big Diet Coke person, and like I was like I need a cruise with a fountain, like Diet Coke, and yeah.
Yep, the one that goes into your window frame.
Actually,
Did you buy that one?
No, it's like some weird thing that wedges between the center console and the seat, and it always
Okay.
like flies out and like befuddle. It's like on the passenger side, and it befuddles like every passenger that gets in. I hate it. So maybe my next real
That
project
could be
would be
yours.
my glitter cup
Yeah.
holder situation.
I'll buy one from you.
So-
Emily.
Speaking of your paint job, we heard that you won a couple trophies at the 2018 Car Crush Block Party.
I did.
The sponsor trophy from Sandwich Leather and the Rough and Ratty trophy from Car Crush.
Yes, my prized rough and ratty. I love that. That was the one I wanted to. I was
Really?
going
Oh,
for that.
I made that.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, good.
Yeah,
I was-
Mandy makes a
I
trophy.
make some. I made, this
Yeah.
year I have to make some too. So
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like that. I was like, I don't have a chance at doing anything impressive. I'm gonna go for that rough and ratty.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that you love that one
Yeah.
so much. That makes me so happy.
How'd that feel? How was that experience for you?
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Well, so I took the car to wash it, but then somebody was using the vacuum, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna vacuum it. I'm gonna go for that. It's like it has a shitty paint job. It's like a little bit rusted out. And so instead I went and bought like 8 Diet Cokes and just like threw them around inside the car.
God, I love that so much.
I was like, this is my mise en scene. It's just
Yeah.
like empty. And then as the block party progressed, I just like reached in and like grabbed one and drank it and then threw the empty cans in there. And
So
then-
it was like functional and
It was an art piece.
yeah, it was like,
art.
yeah.
It was
art
part
piece
of
for your
the
car.
display.
It was part of the rough
Yeah.
and ratty appeal.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Diet Coke like installation art
I
Yeah.
love that
aspect
so
of it.
much.
Fucking awesome.
That makes me so happy.
Shout out to Sandwich Leather
Yeah.
for sponsoring that trophy. For those of you that don't know who that is, check her out on the internet. She makes cool handmade, hand-tooled leather goods. It's sandwich like witch, not something you eat.
Not the sandwich you eat.
And both trophies are still prominently displayed.
Oh,
in
God,
my
that's so
living room.
awesome.
Yeah.
Which rules? Yeah.
Hopefully
We
you
love
can
that.
win the same one this year. What do you love most about your car, and what do you dislike the most? Is there anything that comes to mind?
I will say, I love most is just driving it. I love the sound of the engine, and yeah, like a nice hot summer night, and like pulling up to a stoplight, and just like it rumbles, and like there's been a couple times, I've traveled and like rented another or like driven like not a carbureted car, and I'm always like accidentally like giving it a bunch of gas, like when I start it up, and it's just not the same. I love it. I just love driving it.
I know. You get all these looks and like.
You do, and
Yeah.
it's funny. Like, I mean, in the question about what color to paint it, part of me was like, well, obviously black. It's got red interior, black,
Right.
like just a
Yeah.
plain, and then
Pretty metal.
you can touch that up. It wouldn't be the least precious,
Yeah.
But then a part of me was like, oh well, they can't see you coming. Like you own this car, like why not have something? But at the same time, it's weird. I'm like an extroverted introvert, and there's some days where I feel like so exhausted from like interaction or whatever
Right.
that like I just want to sit in my car and just drive it and drink my Diet Coke and listen to the music, and to have like some person like honking at me
Yeah.
or like trying to get my attention. I'm
Trying
always
to race
like,
you.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm always like, what's going on? And they're like, bitchin' car, or like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
bitchin' Camaro
Yeah,
song,
right.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Right.
Um,
Yeah.
And then and I'm
Guilty.
like, yeah,
I do that
yeah.
to people sometimes.
Or just like the car gets more attention. Like people,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is like what it's like to be a sexy lady. Like there's just like these men giving you gross looks all the time. Like they're walking with their girlfriend and their eyes follow you down the street. And I'm just like, I'm so jealous of my car. Like. But yeah, you do get a lot of attention. I guess though, my least favorite thing though would be I don't like that it's rusted out underneath. I need to fix it. Just that's an easy fix. But yeah, I'd say it's like the fact that it's probably not the safest car. Yeah.
Is that just because people might put their foot through on accident?
No, I mean I don't think it's even that bad.
Does it ever like get water in the bottom and freeze?
No. Well, okay, yeah, it does actually. If it rains, it will rain in right in through there's no more weather seal on the passenger side. That sucks. Having to keep it covered. I don't have a garage right now, so I keep it parked on the street, just covered with a really nice cover, like car cover. But like part of me is like, what the hell was I thinking? Like I have no garage, I have no driveway. I bought a rusted out $1,800 Camaro, and I'm just like parking it on the street and changing the oil in the street. And I'm like an introverted person, and like but hopefully I'll get a garage and a driveway at some point. And it's sort of just like one of those things. It's like, just do it. The stuff that you need will be there when you need it. Like,
and it's not,
and you're covering it.
Yeah.
It's
and it doesn't have a $1 million paint job like you said.
Exactly.
So it's not like it can't get any like, I mean it can, but like it's probably not going to get 10 million times worse.
And the thing about it too, like from like a financial standpoint, it's like you buy a new car and it like instantly you're losing money. You know what I mean? And like you buy like an $1,800 car that's like a classic thing of beauty, and all you can and fixing them is actually really cheap. The components are super cheap, repairing it is super cheap. The thing that isn't cheap is the gas, but if you're not driving it a ton, like the overall cost of me owning this car is actually pretty small. And
we believe her because she's an accountant.
Yeah, I know all about.
She knows fucking numbers, people.
I know all about return on investment. And at the same time, it's like, well, you know, if I have to go sell it, like I'm not going to lose any money. In fact, I probably make some money off of it. Yeah. It's the same like if I buy like a guitar, like or something. It's like, don't buy the shittiest, cheapest guitar. Buy something that you maybe will want to sell, like other people want to buy from you later.
Type stuff.
Yeah, like buy the best you can afford, and then you have a better chance of like making that money back later. Exactly. And so many people are like, oh, I wish I could have a car like that or whatever. And it's like, you absolutely can. Like there's nothing special about me that makes me better able to own a car like this. I literally don't have a driveway. Like
you just made a decision,
and they've gone up, I feel like.
I've never heard of like an old car going down, and like it's like, oh, what's the, you know, Ford Broncos and now, you know, Blazers. Like there's like cars where it gets trendy, but then they never like,
I think if they're left out for a very long time and they're not driven, then yes, it does happen. But that's not what you're doing. I know it's like parked a lot in the winter, but you're driving it. It has a cover. Eventually you are going to have a garage. But I think if you leave a car sitting for like 3 or 5 or 10 years, then that is where it's different. But
do you have any like wild days or nights you want to tell us about in your car? Any,
no,
crazy makeup section?
No, actually, there hasn't been that many wild adventures in that car. I'm mostly actually pretty. When I first had it, I was like, should I even let anybody ride on it? Because I didn't know how bad the rusting out underneath was.
Through
and I was like, I think I made people ride in the back seat for a while.
It's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you're just going and figuring shit out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Stoning it.
Yeah. So it's like I barely partied with like just friends in the car, much less dates. Although I did date there have been a couple of people I've been on dates with who were like, when do I get to go for a ride like in the Camaro? And I was like, oh yeah, I should work this as like a as like an incentive.
Totally. If you get lucky, you could get real lucky in this car.
That really uncomfortable ripped vinyl.
Can't wait to feel that on my bare butt cheeks.
It's a battle wound.
So, what about your 5 must-have albums in the car? For your car?
Shit, that's such a good. That is such a good question. Well,
that's actually Mandy's question, but I'm the one that got to read it.
I love.
It's both of our question. You know, we both love music.
Okay, well, hold on. Am I allowed to cheat? Can I call a Lifeline and like look at my Spotify?
Call a Lifeline? Yeah, you can totally look at your Spotify, can I call a Lifeline on this one? Pat Sajak, can I call a Lifeline?
Well, definitely an Iron Maiden album.
Oh,
Although
yeah.
Power Slave's good, or Peace of Mind. That Peace of Mind by Iron Maiden would be definitely in there. What else have I been listening to that I really like? I like Dennis Wilson. He was like the one weird surfer brother of the Beach Boys who passed away. He has that one weird album. I like that. It reminds me of just like 70s LA cult times. Otis Redding, some
sweet little love ballads.
Yeah, like there's just like some original soul or funk music. It's probably gonna be really good. Is that 3?
Really putting the pressure on here.
I know.
Oh,
I'm like, can I even name 5 albums?
glam.
I can.
I also like. There's like some glam stuff, like early, like Hello. I like this band called Hello a
Ooh,
lot.
I don't know Hello.
Yeah.
Check 'em out.
Well, Ace Frehley did that song New York Groove, which was a cover of a Hello song. So yeah, I guess Hello, and then one more. What's another one? I love Bauhaus. So I guess just like a Bauhaus album.
Those are all good.
Yeah,
They all
I
set
like
a
that.
different mood. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you could have there's different moods for different.
Yeah, I
days
mean,
of
like if you're
garden.
driving around on a hot summer night where, a creepy Bauhaus album sort of suits that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So if you could pick up anyone hitchhiking while you're playing one of these albums, trying to think of which one it would be, but
I think it depends on the person you're picking up.
if you could pick up anyone hitchhiking, who would it be, and who would you either run over?
No, wait, that
oh,
was my
I'm sorry.
question.
I'm sorry.
You asshole!
Is this
Stick to your own question.
Is this like fuck, marry, kill, but cars? It's like
Yes, who would you pick up hitchhiking?
it's like it's like pick up, run over,
Yeah, exactly.
and bone in the back seat or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, so
We didn't even have that one, but now we do.
let's see. Okay, so who would I pick up? Oh, I would pick up my friend Angie. She's super fun, and she plays guitar in Mare. And I don't know.
Angie.
Yeah.
Hi, Angie.
I love hanging out with her. Who would I run over? God, I'm such a hippie Buddhist person. I'm like,
Okay,
that
well,
person
we can just
irritates.
bump,
No,
tap.
it's not like I'm anti. I'm just like, but then I'll run them over, but then I'll have compassion for them afterwards.
I'll drive them to the hospital afterwards.
God, dude, I don't. Is it too obvious and terrible? Just be like Trump or
That's what we were like. Let's probably just say
everybody just runs over Trump in this question,
Right.
or just any sort
I
of.
bet there's a few that don't, but
And then bone in the back seat. It's gotta be a triumvirate of things.
It doesn't. First of all, the backseat's not that big.
It is.
Can you just bone in the car, somewhere in the
Okay,
car, or on the car? Does it
That's
have to be in the back
could be
seat?
That's the
around
thing.
the car, on the car, however
Yeah.
you want to do it.
Also, second gen Camaros. I don't know what it's like in first gen ones, but they have the
The
fucking-
the drive line goes through.
right there
yeah.
between, and so
Yeah.
it's not like a bench seat back
No,
there. It would be
It's
the
two little
worst.
bucket
seats.
It would be the worst.
You'd have to be up against the
possible.
back or on
Actually,
the hood.
nowhere in this car would be good for having sex, and I don't get that it's like a sexy car that you can't have sex in. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
It could be even Nelson.
Oh God,
Oh,
Nelson, just like a Nelson
The
sandwich.
young Nelson.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that would
And
be
1980s. Let's just say 80s.
80s Nelson.
Yeah,
80s hair Nelson?
80s, especially the one with bangs. There was
Yeah.
one without bangs and then one with bangs.
Right.
I like the one with
Gotta
bangs.
look them up again. It's
Yeah.
been so long since I
Yeah,
looked them up.
You definitely should. They're a treat.
I don't want to take any of your questions, Emily. I just got reprimanded.
Well, now but this is your next question. Yeah.
Thanks. We're really on a roll here. Just gonna have to point out all my questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
still
that
getting the
Emily's let
hang
me
of
know, we're really off our game today. But what is your dream car?
What is my dream
Yeah,
car?
if you could have any car, what would you choose?
God, dude, I think the Camaro still is my dream car. The more I've had it,
That's so sweet.
I know. The more I've had it, the more I've fallen in love with it. And definitely, I'll go to shows and, you know, like I have all the, you know, I'm friends with some of the people in the van clubs and stuff. And there's like, I always like show up expecting to be like, I'm going to have all this envy for some other vehicle. And I really like just love my fucking Camaro, you know? And people will talk to me like, I used to have a car like that, and then I sold it and I got this car, and it's sort of like cars come in and out of your life, and you always feel a little bit sad or bittersweet when they go. But I just don't feel like that about it. Like, it's like I'm a car person, but I'm not a car person. Like, like I love looking at machinery and talking about it, working on it, thinking about it. It's amazing to me to be like, you can build a thing with your own hands, and then it can propel you down the road
faster than you could ever run.
Yeah, and you can also, it's also like, especially with older carbureted engines, they're way easier to understand. It's like, I can understand how this all works and how I'm being propelled with tiny explosions. Yeah. Like 60 miles an hour. Like, I think that's such an interesting thing. But at the same time, I'm not like materialistic about it, you know, like where I'm like, I need to have this be this way, or like just like this rusty beat up like old piece of Camaro that I can sort of fix it, this or that is kind of my favorite thing. Like, we feel like a good team right now.
Aww. I love that. Very poetic.
It is
Very poetic. Well, shit, girl. All right, let's talk more about your band.
Mare.
On that note,
well, we have 4 songs. Do we have 4 songs? Yeah, I think we're at 4 songs. We've only been around we've been playing music together since January, so not too long. But
8 months.
Yeah, and me and Angie, I think we were just like taking swigs out of a flask behind a building, and she likes metal too. And I don't remember which one of us said it, but one of us was like, we should have a metal band called Mare. And then we laughed and didn't talk about it again. And then I started going to her for voice lessons because I was like, oh, I suck at bass so bad. I should just go with what works. And I think I'm a better singer. So, and Angie teaches like bass and
awesome.
And guitar and voice lessons.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and so I went to her for a couple voice lessons, and we started singing harmony together, and we sounded so good. We were like, we should really do this band.
You really do the horse band.
Yeah, and we were like joking. You know, I actually really was a horse girl. Took horse lessons, bought figurines. The other magazine I was really into, besides like Auto Trader, was like Horse Illustrated.
Yeah.
And
it's like the playgirl of horses.
Yeah.
A cover girl horse.
And I always had this like cute narrative of just like, what if like the nerdy horse girl was dating like the stoner metal dude, and like, and we thought we would have a band that would be like Mazzy Star and Sleep combined. But I don't think we sound like that. But that was like our founding principles. And then our friend Carol plays drums. It seemed like a natural thing. And so we thought we would just do it for fun. And we made like this Instagram account, and we were being super funny about it. I think our tagline is something like good old fashioned horse rock from Portland, Oregon. And like, and then people started offering us shows before I think we had one practice, and already we got like someone was like, play this show. And we're like, literally our first practice is right now. Like,
sorry, we're booked because we just started practicing.
But so, and then we started posting a couple of videos, and people were like, this is actually really good. And we were like, we think this might be actually really good. Yeah. So now we're going to actually play shows. So hopefully look for us at a venue near you, Portland,
awesome.
Oregon.
I can't wait to
Oh,
see
and
a show.
all of our songs are about horses. I forgot. I don't know if I...
Yeah, that's the main... That's
all of our songs are about horses.
That is so cool.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are cool about it, but I love that aspect
like
about
one song's called Pegasus: Party Angel.
Wait, Pegasus, and then there's a Party Angel.
Yeah,
okay,
Pegasus
Party Angel. I thought you were maybe meant like the Pegasus : has become a party angel.
No, I mean, it's about...
You need the grammar in there to really get the full gist of the...
Pegasus. Yeah, it's about a girl who's had a hard day at work, and it's sort of like a mythological tale about like, if you manage to pack the bull in your bong like just right, then like a Pegasus party angel will come into sight, and like, and this girl, like, it's sort of like this mythical creature that will show up when you get the bong.
Oh my gosh,
and then like,
this sounds so
and then they
amazing.
fly hoof in hand into the because we were like, she can't ride Pegasus. This is like an equal partnership, so they fly hand in hand through the sky.
Hand and hoof.
Hand and hoof. That is like a lyric. And then like I think the bridge is just us shouting Taco Bell menu items.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Yeah. So
fun.
everything's like pretty.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we were like how funny do we want? Like we want to be too funny like Weird Al, but we were like we don't, but we also want to be a little bit like Metal Witch. We have some other more mystical.
Oh my
serious
gosh, I
songs,
can't
too.
wait to hear it.
Check them
So,
out
yeah,
at
how do we find them again?
underscore. Yeah, tell us.
Oh yeah, underscore SUP underscore it's underscore mare.
And then, did you want to give out your Instagram? And then, do you
Oh, sure,
have
yeah.
like any last thoughts or like
Words of
words of
wisdom.
wisdom that we should live by? Any metal horse things you need to tell us?
Well, yeah, I'm on Instagram as Weekend Valkyrie and
Spell that for us, please.
like Weekend WEEKEND Valkyrie, like the what is that?
God?
Like
A-
a
like
like
a-
a
like
Nordic
Nordic
shield
man.
maiden. Got it. Yeah, VALK. How do you spell ARYIE?
I forgot how to spell
It's
my
hard when you
Instagram
don't
name the
have
other day,
it
so don't
spelling
worry
like out
about
of your
it.
head. And words of wisdom, like parting words of wisdom, like just it's like a Nike tag. I'm like, just do it.
Just buy that classic car.
Yeah, dude, like go on Craigslist when you're on your period. And,
That's my favorite
Yeah.
words of wisdom I think I've ever heard.
yeah, just like every time you get your period, celebrate it. Get a hamburger, veggie burger if you're of that persuasion, and get in bed with your veggie burger and look at Craigslist car ads. And someday, you know.
Not dating ads. If they
Yeah.
They're not around anymore.
Those are
well,
illegal
then I guess
now.
you won't have
Yeah.
any problem with that.
Those days are over for me.
That's where you buy a car, not a boyfriend or girlfriend.
It was just an experiment.
Thank God it didn't go horribly wrong, as in death. Anyways, well, it was really awesome hanging with you and meeting you and talking to you. And
Yeah, this was so fun.
yeah, and we had a great time, and I'm really excited to hear this horse band.
Yeah, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
If we had bands at the block party, we'd make you play, but not this
Maybe
year.
maybe next year.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Catch
yeah.
us 2020.
Oh yeah, 2020 Car Crush Block Party.
We also already have a tour booked for Finland. Like not booked, but we have plans to go on tour in Finland already
Right.
somehow.
Well, because you have connections in Finland.
I have a
Yeah,
lot
so
of
you can go-
Finnish friends at this point somehow.
Yeah.
That's another long story. We can do that next time.
Yeah, that's awesome. Love it.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks for taking the time out of your day.
Yeah, really.
Oops, we had a CP unit overload.
Oh, boy.
That cut off. Lisa was trying to say goodbye, and she did not get to, but she sends everyone her love, and she says goodbye, good night, and she also says, come to the motherfucking block party, Saturday, August 17th, from 3 to 8 p.m., 7700 Southeast Stark. Mandy?
So be there for boobs, buns, butts, cars.
Should they find us on Instagram?
Yes, you should definitely find us on Instagram at Car Crush, CARKRUSH. So follow
Who are
us.
you?
Oh, I'm Boner Battlefield, just in case you didn't get it that first time.
And I'm M Dog Nightmare.
Signing out.
Bye.